our course curriculum development and also as part of our requirement in GURO 21, gearing up responsible and outstanding teachers in Southeast Asia for the 21st century. Truly, when we say curriculum, it is the heart of schooling. And for us to have the comparable knowledge and skills, we have to have a curriculum that is responsive and relevant to the needs of our society. And today in our activity, we are going to find out which curriculum is better. Which curriculum is better to serve the 21st century? Is it the traditional or is it the progressive? And so to find that out, let us welcome the Chief of Student Services, Sir Rene G. Nani, and another competent faculty of the College of Education, Ma'am Judith Espiritu. Okay, they will serve as your judge. And of course, yours truly being your course instructor. So, good luck guys, have fun, and let's make this activity a fruitful one. So, may I hand over the microphone to our debate mediator.
Good morning, ladies and men. Good morning. Today, we are gathered to witness a battle of the brains, a formal debate with a theme, which curriculum is better, traditional or progressive? So I shall not spoil the moment with a longer talk since it seems like we are all ready to listen, participate, and learn from this said activity. To formally start our program, I shall read to you a quick outline for our debate. So each team is given 3 minutes to present their opening statement. Each team is given 2 minutes to present their to present their rebuttal. Each team is given 5 minutes to ask 2 questions, and the opposition will answer the questions through. Each team is given 2 minutes to present their closing statement, and lastly, the audience is given 5 minutes to ask questions, who may ask either debate team questions. So it seems like we are clear now, so shall we start our presentation of our 2 teams? Yes! Okay, from the left corner, the traditional curriculum whom shall persuade our judges and audiences that they are still the pioneer and the proven and tested curriculum. May I present to you the debatee of the traditional team, Miss Jenny Arojo, Miss Antoinette Agustin, Miss Rona May Viernes, Miss Shaina May Valdez, Miss Nerissa Jose, Miss Rilyn Jimbel Cardona, Miss Gayselyn Pal, Miss Shira May Valdez, Miss Junella Morpus, and lastly, Mr. Renmark Tomas. From the right corner, the progressive curriculum whom shall convince our judges and audiences that they are much better in terms of nobility and appropriateness for 21st century. May I present to you the progressive team. Miss Noemi Pulido, Miss Mary Grace Istabilio, Miss Jonami Subirano, Miss Pamela Bautista, Miss Michelle Hakub, Miss Katrina Tomas, Miss Sheila Marie Bueno, Miss Cindy Claudine Facul, Miss Jonathan Sibal, and lastly, Mr. Jewel Silver. Before we forget, may I present to you our technical committee led by Miss Maylene Guting, our timekeeper, so better watch out because Belgas, Miss Jenica Sibal, and Mr. Millard Francisco. Let's give them a hand. Okay, may I ask one representative from each team to have a coin toss? So, let's see which team will go first. So, the traditional curriculum will have the tail and the progressive curriculum will have the tail.
Ang gulo.
So, the progressive curriculum will have their opening statement.
Students doesn't go to school just to study. Rather, students go to school to learn. In school, we should always remember that the center of the learning should be the students. But how sure are we that the students were learning? Do the strategies used by the teacher are appropriate to the students? Does the teacher's instruction effective? They believe that the students learned the most through experiential learning. As John Dewey, who is the founder of progressive education, says, all genuine learning comes through experience, and the interaction of knowledge and skills with experience is key to learning. A 2013 study shows that 44% of executives in US reported that soft skills intangibles like communication, creativity, collaborator, and critical thinking were lacking among hires and job candidates. These skills are being developed under progressive curriculum. Progressive curriculum promotes active learning, which has the advantages with supporting research studies. According to Anderson et al. 2005, increased content knowledge, critical thinking and problem-solving abilities, and positive attitudes towards learning in comparison to traditional lecture-based delivery. Another proof that active learning, which under a progressive curriculum is better than traditional teaching, is the Freeman et al. 2014 meta-analysis of 225 studies wherein they compare the two. They have found out that using the active learning, exam scores improve and failure rates decrease. The view that knowledge cannot transmitted but must be conducted by the mental act of the learners helps to develop meaningful learning according to model age. Students have different learning styles. In progressive curriculum, teacher is no longer the sage on the stage, but they are the guide on the side, because they serve as the facilitators and the students as the thinkers. Because students can learn by constructing and discovering knowledge at their own pace through experiential learning. For us, in order for the learners to have a meaningful and long-term learning, we should use the progressive curriculum. We are now in 21st century generation, so we should have to have teachers and students who possesses 21st century skills, because this will help the students to become productive and competitive members of our society.
Let's have the traditional curriculum to present their opening statement.
Thank you, Ms. Tejo. Good morning, everyone. I know you're already familiar with this scenario. Standing teacher at front, grade motivated, textbooks, papers and pencils, students that take notes, 5 rows of desks, clear and distinct rows, authoritative in church and lecture open, and teachers have knowledge to share with students. Welcome to the traditional curriculum.
To those who believe that school is a preparation of life and a school is a task to be endured, and those who think we're friends with Freud, Einstein, Pablo, are those who will stand as letters completing the prose to the additional curriculum. According to CSHA 220, .wordpress.com, traditional curriculum is a linear approach to curriculum design in which the teacher talks and student listens. This approach is heavily content-driven, presenting the facts and expecting students to retain information. And according to education, that's chattel.com, traditional education is defined as teacher-centered delivery of instruction to classes of students who are the receivers of information. Traditional schools generally stress basic educational practices and expect mastery of academic learning in the core subjects of math, reading, writing, science, and social studies. Public schools generally follow this educational model, although charter school can offer a more flexible educational approach. Other alternatives to the traditional public school include independent schools that operate outside the public school jurisdiction, religious schools, homeschool, and online learning. Since many factors come into play when choosing a school, it's wise to look not only at the educational program, but also at social atmosphere and availability of support services. Traditional schools are most common nationwide and can offer quality instruction along with the benefits of federal and state mandated regulations and law. Let us not forget, traditional curriculum is the foundation and the derivation of progressive curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you for the both teams. It was really a remarkable opening statement coming from the two teams. So, to continue our debate, I open the floor to the audiences to ask questions to our traditional curriculum and progressive curriculum about which curriculum is better. So,
for the teams, this is my question. Which is more effective to use in education? Is it traditional or progressive? And why do you say so?
we believe that progressive curriculum is the best curriculum that we can use today because we are 21st century. We are in 21st century. First, 21st century. Progressive curriculum offers the skills, it develops the needs that the workplace find or progressive curriculum offers the skills needed today in our times, just like communication skills, technological skills, or being competitive in workplace. That's why progressive curriculum is needed in our school for us to develop students who are competitive, globally competitive in workplace, of course, also in community and other field areas.
Actually, you talk about skills, right, Miss Pulido? in traditional curriculum, um, skills are taught discreetly and are viewed as goals, while progressive skills are related to content and viewed as goals. For us, in progressive, skills are self-discovered by the learners. But for us, it's better to it's better for the teacher to assist the student or the learner in order for her to develop the skill. That's all.
Additional to that, we traditional curriculum focus on poverty, not only economy, but while the progressive curriculum focus on societal skills. If you know in lesson plan, we only at least use two domains. We have it's either economy, but nevertheless we will never take out the affected. So we have the affected domain in economy, but while progressivists have the psychological or the skills.
Um, since we are in 21st century, since we are in 21st century, we should apply progressive curriculum because it is more effective and it is promotes better learning. Because due to the demands of the society, education curriculum should innovate also. And in terms of skills, here in progressive curriculum, the students are not are are not the recipients of knowledge. They are not the unlike in traditional, the teachers is the only source of information, the knowledge. But in progressive, the students let discover, think creatively, think critically, and uh, the teacher here is let their students to work with others. It promotes collaboratively and cooperative learning, and meaningful learning as well. And here, here, and traditional curriculum, the teacher is the only source of information.
Let's have another question from the audience.
Hello, good morning. Since both teams are justifying that their curriculum is better than the other, this is my question. What can traditional or progressive curriculum helps humanity to achieve a compassionate society? And please elaborate. Well, according to my readings, www.columbia.edu/progressive-pdf, progressivism is a nonlinear approach to curriculum in which the instructor may incorporate group activities, cooperative learning, manipulatives, and technology in order to enhance the educational experience. It is also a student-centered curriculum where it aims to make the students feel that they are belonging to class, to appreciate themselves, each and everyone's differences, and to be knowledgeable and a good product of 21st century competency. Therefore, I conclude. This way of progressive curriculum teaching is one of the concrete way for us to see how progressive curriculum changes lives, changes humanity, changes society, and a future compassionate society.
Uh, I have a short answer to that. I will focus on the word compassionate. From the compassionate itself, traditional curriculum is teacher-centered, wherein the teacher is only focused on the students. She shares information. For example, she's compassionate, and by the way, she shows how compassionate she is or he is to her students, to his students. That way, the student will learn.
No. As what I said a while ago, students in progressive curriculum, progressive, the students in progressive curriculum is work with others, work with their classmates. They create connection with their peers, and uh, and in traditional curriculum, the source of information is only the teacher. The spotlight is focused only on the teacher. But in progressive curriculum, according to learning principle, the most richest resource of knowledge is the learners itself. Meaning to say, learners can learn with others by various experiences, and they could also learn in anywhere, not only in the teacher.
Good morning. As you said, Mr. Jules, a while ago, the one of resources of as the learner itself, the main resources of knowledge, but you forgot that the main resources of knowledge is the teacher itself, not the student.
You said that the teacher is the resource of knowledge. Yes, it is.
Miss Agustin, so you said that the resource of the knowledge is the teacher. The main resource of the knowledge is the teacher. Can you please give some evidences or proof that the teachers are the main resource of the knowledge?
The teacher gives knowledge to the students. The students gain knowledge from the teacher. That's the proof that the teacher is the main resources of knowledge.
Well, the best teacher is the experience. Experience is the
That's a very tough questions, but I think that both teams have really emphasized what are they standing for. So may I ask another question from the audience? So,
morning, everyone.
So, as a future educator, which is more conducive to you, considering the fact that you are handling big classes?
Well, as a future educator, it is more conducive if we use progressivism. Why? Because I do believe that if we love our students, we aim for the betterness for them. And considering this 21st century, we are all aware that as a teacher, we must knowledgeable to use technology. This progressive curriculum aims for the betterness and well-development of the students. We must not be stuck. Instead, we must be open enough to accept change and innovation for the better and meaningful learning.
You said a while ago that if we love our students, we need to
Aim for the betterness.
we aim for the betterness. I guess traditional curriculum is believe in academic curriculum. We are teacher centered, and we aim for the time bound. So if you are saying for Peter, or you will entertain every questions of your learners, even though you did not give your, hindi mo natapos yung curriculum because we aim for time bound. As a teacher, we will never get lost the time bound.
Time bound is good to be considered, but also the learning style, the ability, the condition of the learners is also be considered in learning, because it may affect the child's learning if we're not going to consider those things. But time bound is also good to be considered.
This is for the technology that I have heard from Ms. Stephen. Yes, we may not have the modern technology, but you should also consider that if we are able to gain knowledge from technologies, it can distract the learners as well. That's all.
Well, as a future educator, alam naman, we are all aware that kapag ang isang teacher, kulang na siya sa kaalaman sa technology. Di ba nahuhuli na sila? Dahil every student nowadays using technologies. Think about the generation gap between the traditional and progressive curriculum.
And I don't suggest that we have to use technology for everyday teaching because not all subjects and not all lessons are gained from technologies. That's why actually there's books are more reliable, I think.
Technology is used as a tool, as a medium tool for learning. And every student nowadays, just like, for example, us, we use a Kahoot. What we are using, computer, a web, internet, and we enjoy the Kahoot. And we learn from that, and it is tough, and it is a long-term memory for us.
Okay, given we have to use technology, but My point is we have to reduce it.
Additional. And, and in technology, we all know that it has a limitation or disadvantages. What if in your class, if you're using Kahoot, you don't have enough computers for each of the students, especially when the question is if you have all.
Can you please give some indicators to determine what kind of philosophy are you going to use? Is it the progressive or traditional?
So according to our readings, there are some situations that lecture method is not enough to supply the needs of the learners. For example, teaching computer. Students cannot learn by just lecturing or showing the images or the functions of the parts of the computer, even though you are using the PowerPoint presentation. But if the teacher lectures students explore the computer, they can learn more. They can apply it outside, or they can use it outside or in the real life situation. But if you just let them, but if you this lecture method, they're just identifying it. Okay. What you said, you think progressive curriculum can stand out without traditional curriculum?
Give some indicators to determine what kind of philosophy are you going to use, in the progressive or traditional.
So I remember the traditional curriculum was and traditional curriculum was students of preparation for life. And I believe and I believe that without traditional curriculum, progressivism will doesn't have thing to be improved. But I guess uh, traditional curriculum is the best curriculum compared to progressivism because we believe in the one truth compared to progressivism in the philosophy and education, if you still remember. Progressivism believes in many truths. That's why ang daming making the solution which is sometimes not appropriate or applicable to the problem. And that's all.
You have said that traditional curriculum is a preparation for life. If traditional curriculum is a preparation for life, how do you say so if the student only receives information from the teacher?
We need a teacher that is because we need a construct and firm idea.
And that's why we have teachers as guide on the side, because if we let the students learn from their own knowledge, the construct knowledge from them is enough, and the teacher will just say if it is correct or not, so that we can have those meaningful learning, because what they have constructed is the retention on their mind is more longer, and they can use it in the future.
Okay, additional is you said the students learn from themselves, but sometimes in traditional curriculum, that's why teachers suffer because we teachers encourage learners from inside.
It was a very challenging questions that I also wanted to answer the questions. So to continue the program, the progressive curriculum are now given the chance to ask 2 questions to the traditional curriculum, and they are given 5 minutes to answer the questions that are thrown.
So let's start. Good morning. My question is, the P21 framework of the 21st century learning provides the needed skills today that the students must have such learning and innovation skills, information media and technology skills, and life and career skills. This traditional curriculum provides and develops the skills needed today. This traditional curriculum provides and develops the skills needed today.
Can you repeat your question, please?
Just the question. This traditional curriculum provides and develops the skills needed today.
Of course, but it's not as broad as progressive offers. So you are saying that progressive curriculum is better than traditional curriculum when it comes to teaching skills that are needed today. Progressive curriculum is better than traditional curriculum when I'm teaching skills based on what you said a while ago. Are you saying that it is better than traditional, as you said?
At this point, because it says that traditional curriculum taught skills and viewed as goals, while you use skills as tools.
So traditional curriculum is not applicable for today to teach the skills needed by the students, because the 21st century framework states the needed skills, and you are saying that it cannot be given by the traditional curriculum.
What if we cannot give them the skills? you cannot give them the needed skills today as given by the 21st century framework.
Wala na. Nabato na.
We first got them before the skills. So I guess that we can offer them the skills that what progressiveness seeks.
You guess. So there is no proof that traditional can teach the skills needed today.
I guess so. There is no proof that she is not sure of what she is saying, that traditional curriculum can provide the needed skills by the students today.
Sorry for the confusion. I stand to say that it is developed, it is taught, but this way.
So since we are in the 21st century, and we know that 21st century is student-centered, so my question for traditional curriculum, how can you ensure the child is learning if he or she is not engaged in the lesson? How can you ensure if the child is learning if he or she is not engaged in the lesson?
Through evaluation, assessment. Is it in traditional curriculum where papers and pencils are used? And how do you determine if the children is learning or not? Yun nga engage ko ng mga teacher. Paano naman malalaman kung hindi sila nag-focus?
Ang nag-video.
So, to continue the program, let's have the traditional curriculum to ask 2 questions to the progressive curriculum. So you are given 3 minutes or 5 minutes to answer the 2 questions they are going to ask. Start. Okay. Did you think progressive curriculum
Wala
can
na
stand out with
Today, there's no permanent in this world except change. So, as time goes by, there are many changes that are happening. So, we teachers want innovation, want change, because we love our students. You said earlier that traditional curriculum assessed through paper and pencil. So, I will say that if a student got a perfect score in exam, and then after the exam, she forget what she wrote on the test paper. So after how many days, she forgets what she learned. So do you think it is a lifelong learning if if we use traditional curriculum?
Already answered my question.
Your question again?
Progressive curriculum can stand out without traditional curriculum.
Yes.
Without.
So, progressive curriculum uses paper and pencil, but innovates with affective assessment and psychomotor domain. So, we don't just assess the cognitive, but also the affective and the psychomotor. So, I think, and I am sure that progressive curriculum can stand out against traditional curriculum.
You say yes. Why most of the best teachers? Bakit yung mga best teachers natin ngayon use this as their basis if their students learn? Why most of the best teachers use this as their basis if their students learn? Ginagamit pa rin ng mga teachers natin ngayon ang books, paper and pencil, or traditional as ang basis nila sa pagtuturo. Yes, we have to see that.
Your question is, why do best teachers use traditional curriculum up to now? Because traditional curriculum enhances the cognitive domain, but the best and to innovate the traditional curriculum, there is a progressive curriculum, not only the affective but also the psychomotor and cognitive. So
So do not tell that you can stand alone without a traditional curriculum. So without the traditional curriculum, you cannot stand alone.
I said a while ago that progressive curriculum uses the paper and pencil assessment, so and we innovate it in also in affective and psychomotor domain. We didn't said a while ago that it can stand alone. I said it stand out.
But you are basing to traditional curriculum, isn't that right?
When it comes to cognitive domain, traditional curriculum assess the cognitive domain, but the progressive curriculum assess the psychomotor and affective domain.
So don't tell us na you can go with yourself or go with a progressive now without a traditional. So we are part of you.
I didn't say we can stand out. We can stand alone. I said we can stand out against traditional curriculum.
But it seems like you're telling that you are.
When did I say that to
You said a while ago, do you want to retake it? If you want to take what?
I said we can stand out against. And I am saying that we use the paper and pencil with each under of traditional curriculum to provide cognitive assessment, but also we innovate it
So it is better than traditional curriculum. I didn't say that we can stand alone.
Okay, thank you.
You forget that you are also, everyone in this classroom is a product of traditional curriculum. Okay. Okay.
What was your question, Miss Caroline? Since we are all products of traditional curriculum, assess yourselves. Do you think, did you enjoy the traditional curriculum? Of course, I enjoyed. Of course, I enjoyed traditional curriculum. Why? Because traditional curriculum has less distractions than progressive curriculum. That's all. Yes, I enjoy Miss Christine because I am not here if I am not learning traditional curriculum. Thank you. Next question. Honestly, I didn't enjoy traditional curriculum. Why? I find it boring. Like, we, in our elementary days, we always do a, we always do a memorization, like multiplication table. We memorize 1 times 1 equals 1, like that. While in 21st century curriculum, in progressivism, we enjoy the use of technology, the collaboration between students to students, the collaboration between the students and teachers, active learning. That's all.
And so, you say that you did not enjoy the traditional curriculum. And then so why did not you be we're using traditional curriculum? If you say that school is just that school is the life itself, and then why you're still studying here?
Are you so sure that TEU use traditional always?
Yes, we use
Always?
we have course to study based on Robert Hutchins.
Miss Nerissa, do you think if we use traditional curriculum right now, then we must not able to use this microphone as technology, as computer and So, if we are in traditional curriculum, what we are studying ed research now? Ed research and technology, educational technology right now. Why do you say so?
It was a very intense question, but I would like to cut it because you are already far from our program. So let's continue the question that Miss Antoinette have already asked you. So you have to answer the question.
We don't have Antoinette
Hindi, meron na. Meron na.
Second question. It was before Miss Jasmine asked the question. It was an additional question, so sorry. Next one.
This is from one of our group member. What did you... This is very long. So, you have to listen very well. What did you say about the Article 1 read by Shelton 20 that we believe in progressive curriculum? We have different kind of material that can help us to support the different learning style of our students than traditional, which the teacher talk and student listen. But quite interesting, in the early 1900s and prior, the only thing that educator has had was the traditional approach. People in the era seem to be a lot more intelligent than the people of our generation. For example, our brightest scientists, the ones who made the most contributions to society as we know it today, Sigmund Freud, Einstein, where they are products of the tradition. This will give you confusion. I will revise the question. So, now, disregarding that there is no, okay, obsolete na matatanggal ng traditional curriculum. Kasi for example, mawawala na. Kayo na ang papalit, progressive curriculum. Aside from the reasons that you're standing a while ago, can you give us one, just one, no, not one product, one big reason why, one big reason na dapat kayo lang, na dapat hindi na kayo mapapalitan sa susunod. Let's say, di ba, yung generation natin is traditional. Ngayon, yung next generation is progressive. Ngayon, kung ma-obsolete na yung traditional, kayo lang matitira, at bigyan niyo kami ng isang mabigat na dahilan kung bakit hindi na kayo pwedeng mapalitan sa susunod pang nadalas ko ang mahirapan.
As teachers, we encourage change and innovation. So your question is, give reason why hindi dapat kami palitan. But then we believe that we should innovate always, not just stuck with a curriculum that is not just stuck with today's curriculum. So we have proof that progressive curriculum is better than traditional way, but then we encourage also change. If progressive curriculum can innovate more, then why not? It is the important is how the student can learn and how they can use it in the future. So if progressive can progress more, then why?
So, we are in 21st century. So, ang progressive curriculum, nagbibigay ng skills na kailangan ng society natin ngayong 21st century. But, hindi namin sinasabi na hindi namin gusto ng innovation. Innovation, nagkakaroon kasi ng innovation due to the demands of the society. So ngayon, kung nasa-satisfy na nabibigay na progressive curriculum ang pangangailangan ng society ngayon, hindi dapat palitan. But since we are promoting innovation, due to the demands of the society, wala tayong magagawa. Kayong mga traditional, yung mapapalitan kayo, kaming mga progressive curriculum, expect nyo na mapapalitan din kami dahil nagbabago ang panahon at nagbabago ang pangangailangan ng mga tao.
Then, your first question is, yung tungkol sa Einstein, Sigmund Freud is fell from traditional curriculum, but then they discover. So, they learn from their own pace, and they have active learning, which is other progressivism. They didn't just sit, listen to the teacher, receive information. They discover. They go beyond the teacher's information given to them. So I think Einstein can to.
So, let's have the closing statements of the progressive curriculum given 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and after that, the traditional curriculum will deliver their closing statement with 2 minutes.
In this debate, we have present to you the proofs, the facts, and reason why the progressive is the best curriculum. Students learn from their experience, collaboration, and from their own discoveries, which can help them to have active, lifelong, and meaningful learning. It will help them to be a productive man and person in the society. A progressive curriculum goes beyond just receiving information or paper and pencil assessment, but also includes the affective assessment and performance-based assessment, which leads to holistic learning. We all know that our aim for our students is to have holistic learning, and that's the aim of progressive curriculum, not just cognitive, but also affective and psychomotor domain. Progressive curriculum provides and develops not just the skills needed today, but also the skills needed in the future that will help them to be globally competitive and master different skills. I'm sure every one of us, teachers or future teachers, want our students to learn. So let them experience it.
Hello, good morning to each and everyone. So at this time, we still stand firm and strong of what we believe in. But in this, let me present to you the views of some great thinkers of traditional curricularists. According to Arnold Bestor, in the view of existentialists, believe that it should focus on the fundamental intellectual disciplines of grammar, literature, and writing. It should include mathematics, science, history, foreign language, and as it is part of traditional curriculum. But then, I must admit, we should learn to accept change. Yes, curriculum needs improvement, we admit. But we should not forget that we are a product of traditional curriculum. That's why we need to understand and know the roots and history of it first. Because there's no way to hold process or progress kung ang pundasyon naman ay maaalis. So, there is no best. I therefore conclude that there is no best in both tradition and progressive curriculum because our traditional curriculum and progressive curriculum, I believe, is a twofold process. Means they should go hand in hand. They should live as the pillars of learning that was mentioned, that they should live together to mold a child and develop and satisfy their needs in this century, which is the 21st century learning. We should develop them hand in hand, holistically. Thank you.
So let's have an audience to deliver their conclusion about what they have learned from this debate. So may I ask Miss Christine Umaga?
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. We have learned that curriculum greatly affects the educational processes, the educational system, and also the learning of the students. And I think we the audience, we can still use the traditional curriculum, and we can use the progressive curriculum. If there is a blended learning, we can also have a blended curriculum, and we can still use up to this day the traditional, and we can still improve the curriculum that we have. Because what we aim for is the learning for our students. The main reason why we teach, the main reason why we improve the educational system is for our learners. Thank you.
Our judges are computing whose team have really proved their stand on which is better curriculum. Let's hear some words from Mr. Rene Nanit.
Okay, so first and foremost, I would like to congratulate everybody for the group that you guys done. I guess this is your prior knowledge about both of the curriculum, but I just want to give some insight about this. And in terms of technology, when you use technology, it doesn't mean that you are using progressively. Using technology can also be done using traditional. Because when I'm using PowerPoint presentation and you are using electromagnet, then that is still traditional one. Okay. Because some of you are emphasizing that you use technology and you are now using progressive. So we might have some confusion about that. Okay, so it is really good that you have proven yourself and you have stood firmly for what you believe in. It is progressiveness and it is traditional. But definitely you might also think that the curriculum changes. And even though that there is a fixed curriculum here in our educational system, but still it is in your hand to implement that. If you do not want to do this, even though this is the one who is fixed and does have in the curriculum, then it's still your chance to innovate. That is case-to-case basis, based on the setting, based on the type of student that you have, based on the materials that are available, and based on the administration, the school that you are affiliated in. So it is still case-to-case basis. But make sure that the one thing or the best or your goal is to achieve the objective that you need to give, or the objective that the students need to achieve. Okay, so that is the main purpose. Okay, so that's all it is.
Let's hear another insight from me.
Ano?
So, I have seen the result. It was very, very hard. So, who do you think is the team who have really shined?
Judges.
MC. Yes. So,
Timekeeper.
garnering 15.67 points, we have Attack! So, the classroom today is the traditional team gained 15.67, while the progressive team earned 15.67. So let's pero kayo talaga. Oo, kayo talaga. Hirap kasi paglaban namin minsan. Mahirap yung paglaban pag di na talaga. Do you want me to answer the question? Which is better, curriculum?
Okay, hello. So, congratulations, guys. And so, at last, makakahinga na kayo ng maayos. It's been how many hours na pressured kayo, no? So, it's also Wednesday preparation? Yes! So, congratulations. Congratulations, you made it. So, thank you po sa ating mga judges, no? Our visitors, our immersion students from Mamataran National High School. Thank you po. So, let's eat and thank you again. Congratulations.